So, I guess we'll start out with the Ukraine stuff, right?
Sure.
Okay. So, they've just given, Zelensky a ton of money. What is he gonna do with it? What do you think he's gonna do with it?
Well, he's gonna call up E.F. Hutton, right? He's gonna take it down to where the bull is or whatever, and
He's gonna work with the BlackRock CEO now.
sure.
Now,
Exactly. You need somebody you can trust when it comes to financial advice, and I can't think of anyone, more talented and equipped than someone from BlackRock.
I mean, why wouldn't you want BlackRock, that's an investment firm, to help you out? They know what to do, I guess. They've helped destroy the United States. So they'll help him figure out how to rebuild. So this is from December 28th of this year.
She didn't miss much, Kate. She's like, oh, good, I didn't miss much except for the last 3 months.
Well,
there's a bunch of stuff.
I've covered Canada a few times. I think I've done 3 big shows on Canada on what's happening up there with MAID. Mm-hmm. 3 big ones.
True.
On that. It's pretty crazy. And then I have an update tonight on that. Okay, so the BlackRock Financial Markets Advisory and the Ukrainian Ministry of Economy signed a memorandum of understanding in November. So Zelensky and Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock, agreed Wednesday to focus on a nearer term on coordinating the efforts of all potential investors and participants in the reconstruction of our economy, channeling investment into the most relevant and impactful sectors in the Ukrainian economy.
Super.
So,
super duper.
This is what we're calling this United States of Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've adopted them somehow. And, some people are claiming, they're like, well, I'm going to claim the Ukraine on my taxes this year.
See, Ukraine's like a sad stepchild that you get in the divorce. Wasn't really part of your wife's family or whatever, but you know what I mean? They're close enough that you have to adopt them.
No.
No? I don't know exactly how politics work, so I'm just speculating at this point.
No.
Okay.
So Ukrainian President Zelensky and BlackRock, Larry Flink, agreed to coordinate investment in rebuilding Ukraine, and Kiev announced Wednesday following a meeting between the two men. So how do you think this goes? Okay, so I got all the money I got more money from Daddy Biden. I got the money. How are we going to spend it? So they agreed to focus on the near term, coordinating the efforts and potential investors and participants in the reconstruction of our country, channeling investment into the most relevant and impactful sectors of the Ukrainian economy. BlackRock Financial Markets Advisory and the Ukrainian Ministry of Economy signed a memorandum of understanding in November after Flynn and Zelensky met in September. So this has been going on for a little while.
They've been working on it.
This didn't just pop up. And all at the same time, does that not seem odd that BlackRock is doing this? That the money is coming from the United States and we're just funneling it to Ukraine.
You will own nothing.
And then
you will eat
a U.S. investment company is doing that. Mm-hmm. Nothing
weird about that.
Just keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
Except
we're
not.
I try to
it's not the United States of Ukraine, though.
Well, not yet. They did have the Ukrainian flag and SS symbols on them in the Congress of the United States. I mean, I'm not sure if that signifies anything, really.
I don't know, but
last year they had a guy with buffalo horns in the Congress.
I know. Like,
so I'm not sure what the rules are anymore. I think they've changed significantly.
Yeah, right. Applejack, we got to keep it in the family.
Yeah, man, you got to.
But they're not part of the family though.
Solidarity or something.
What is this playing for? Why is it doing that? Okay.
Wow.
So, so they've been getting together for a little bit. Like, it's been Russia's highly destructive invasion is this is how they phrase this. This is their spin,
To be clear, that was not my impression of Jenna Colby telling you would eat bugs. Okay, just so because there may be some confusion. She's like,
what?
I was not telling anyone to eat bugs. Now, there's nothing wrong with bugs, eating bugs. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked there for a second.
Yeah. So BlackRock is one of the world's largest investment managers. Has been providing advisory support for designing an investment framework with the goal of creating opportunities for both public and private investors to participate in future reconstruction and recovery of the Ukrainian economy. The company said in a statement last month, BlackRock has no further statement at this stage. So they just gave him another $45 billion, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll have BlackRock help him." Like this is what we'll do. We still have our little freaking our claws in it, right?
It's true. Expansion is wonderful, isn't it? You can just get a whole country like United States of Ukraine, baby.
And here I have another article about this.
I feel like if it really was like another state, that the entire country of Ukraine, bless you, the entire country of Ukraine would have like a Florida kind of vibe to it,
What are you talking about?
Never mind. That's fine. Oh my God. Like if everybody they all had kind of an accent, and never mind.
Okay. So Zelensky teams up with BlackRock CEO Larry Flink, just like I said in the other article. This one is also from December 28th. So these are all just very recently. And what did I put this one in here. Let me see. What reason did I put it in here? Oh, yes. Because according to Zelensky's official website, BlackRock, one of the largest investment firms in the world, managing $10 trillion in assets, has been working for several months on a project to advise the Ukrainian government on how to structure the country's reconstruction funds. So they're like, we're going to tell you what to do. And just put your head around that for a minute. 10 trillion in assets.
10 trillion.
10 trillion in assets.
That seems like a lot. I'm no mathematician. That seems like a substantial amount. I mean, it's a collective of people that just, are like, yeah, fine. We'll put our money towards that. So they have this mutual collective that they do, and they just exclude the rest of us. Yeah, it's hold on a second. Kate says, wait a second. Wasn't Larry Flint the owner of Hustler magazine? Now this all makes sense. This association helps one understand the number. That's true. It's crazy though, right? Like, it's like, wait a minute. Why are these guys really? They're already fucking us over. They're buying up all the freaking houses. BlackRock and Vanguard. You're hearing about these big investment companies are all buying up the property. Yeah. They're all
They're
working
making
together.
They are working together, and they
Literally.
have their own mutual aid agenda of
And
helping
yeah.
each other. But it's not. They are excluding the rest of us.
It's billionaire mutual aid.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we can make your billions into trillions. We'll make your trillions into fucking quadrillions. And then everybody will die, and it'll be wonderful because there'll be so many less people, and we can finally build that spaceship. I don't know what they really think, if that's actually the thing, but that's what I like to imagine. They're all just obsessed with getting off the planet, and they know eventually their luck is going to run out, and they might have a better shot in space, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, let's get back to this. So Zelensky and Larry Flink agreed to focus in the near term, coordinating the efforts of all political investors, participants in reconstruction of our country. Yes. So,
Yeah, they are. They're private companies, and this is the free market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, and as former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon pointed out, I'm agreeing with Steve Bannon, what the fuck, pointed out that billions of dollars in Ukraine will be managing with BlackRock, originally came from U.S. taxpayers. This is your money. Please repeat your money. Break up the oligarchs. He posted on Wednesday on Getter, and that is a quote. That is not me saying that.
Quote. That was a Steve Bannon quote?
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
This is your money. Please repeat your money. Break up the oligarchs. He posted on Wednesday on Getter.
Steve Bannon is an oligarch. Hello.
I know.
The irony.
When the oligarchs are fighting the oligarchs.
That's what we could do, is just turn them all against each other.
Yeah, it's, yeah, there we go.
You beautiful little bean.
So yeah, Steve Bannon, we're agreeing with Steve Bannon.
Gross, stop saying that.
Well, I mean, he's saying break up the oligarchs.
Yes, but he is an oligarch, so it doesn't mean anything.
But it does, the words do have meaning, and I do agree with him on breaking up, okay, sure. Whatever. I don't agree with you on much, but I agree with you on that one thing that I can say.
I agree with Jenna. We should just move to Mexico. What? Sorry.
So the World Bank, the European Commission, and the Ukrainian government compiled a report earlier this year claiming the total cost for rebuilding Ukraine in the wake of its conflict with Russia could top $349 billion. That
doesn't even touch the tens of trillions you're just talking about. It's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, that is a drop in the bucket compared to what BlackRock. Excuse me, BlackRock has 10 trillion. So that figure considers the damage up until June 1st, which means that damage that occurred after that date is not included in the massive estimation. So they're like, yeah, just keep doing the war as long as you give us the money. That's all we care about.
Well, yeah. Signs the papers.
This comes days after Zelensky visited the White House and addressed Congress to complain that nearly $100 billion in taxpayer funds to assist in the Ukraine conflict was not enough. Yeah, okay. It's just shocking when you hear somebody say that the near $100 billion for someone else's country is not enough.
It's shocking.
It is shocking. Are you kidding me? How many people are sleeping out on the streets right now? How many people froze?
Yeah. How many people are dying in Ukraine?
How many people here don't have health care? How many people are starving to death?
How many Russian kids and Ukrainian kids are dying?
Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
Also, that they can try to own Russia, they can just not own them, physically own them, but get them.
Yeah, and also physically
and get at them. Yeah, they want to take down Russia. It's just, can we just leave these
Can't
other
leave
countries
now.
alone.
We got a lot of money invested in it. So
And he's saying it's not enough.
It's not enough. 100 billion? Come on.
This also comes after Zelensky announces his government will be participating in the World Economic Forum, Davos meeting in January, where the world's elite gather to discuss how to implement their globalist initiatives like the Great Reset. We've covered this several times on the show. And, notably, here we go. BlackRock is also leading the charge in the WEF Environmental Social Governance Framework, a woke metric that is billed as sustainable investing, which several states like Texas have rejected. What the fuck? We're talking WEF, Zelensky, BlackRock, all of it.
Yeah, well, that just shows the framework. Like, of course, they're all working together, and of course, we're giving all our money to it because that's where, the people who control who gets elected in this country are the ones driving. So hold on to your ass because it's just going to get fucking more fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy, and what's crazy to me is that there's the WEF is always connected. Like you can always find the connection.
Yeah. There's, if you have all the unlimited budget and the ears of every single fucking country on the planet for 60 fucking plus years, what do you think you could accomplish with that?
Yeah. Like people are just now coming to terms to understand more about the WEF, but there's a lot of people that have been ahead of this. Like Whitney Webb she has been at the front lines of the WEF this entire time.
Right. Well, that's how they work. Literally, is they, that diversity. They can hide fucking horrible things in vast numbers of investors, and that's why hedge funds and things are fucking generally pretty slimy because that's how they work. Separate. Oh well, we're not part of that. We only own 7% of that company. That's a pittance. Oh, it's a pittance. You fucking $10 trillion worth. 7% of 10 trillion is what? Get the fuck out of here. They're all slime balls. And the WEF is the most organized thing to come out on planet Earth in a really, really long time, and most organized and
no Applejack
and implementable set of fucking plans and agendas, man. Like they're just working it. They're just fucking like marionettes playing the fucking system. Social credit scores are on the way. Transhumanism will be ushered in before 2050. I'll give you that. I know it will be. It's just all happening. All the fucking little cogs that need to click into place are doing just that. And everybody's asleep. Nobody wants fucking revolution. Everybody's still screaming, vote third party. Vote, vote, vote. Like, no, dude, it's well past any of that fucking time. It's well past it.
Vote for what? For somebody that's not going to represent us?
Right.
Why do we need to participate in a system where people aren't going to, there's no representatives? That's like believing that there's some kind of representative that's going to somehow magically represent you or have any ability to.
There is no savior coming.
Not worth the effort.
There is
it's
no
not
savior.
Worth the time.
Yes. I agree.
It's not worth talking about them. Like
we need to like literally stop using existing systems and implement new, better systems that serve everyone.
But we have to get people to actually come to terms with that idea.
Well, yeah, no, so many people need to even just be aware of how corrupted and how unrepresented everyone is. And I think they're starting to see it more and more, but it needs to be like this big swell before the other nefarious fucking playmakers get their shit done, because it's just coming and nobody's fucking stopping it. Nobody's opposing it in any fucking real way. And I don't know what else you're supposed to do about that. They lock up the best fucking chance in hell anyone had, and they keep him in fucking prison. So you can't fucking speak. You can't. They got a muzzle on everybody now.
So after that meeting, so this is on 6/13/2022 is when this is from. But Warren Buffett's kids are donating millions of dollars from his foundation in support of Ukraine.
Free Assange.
Yes, absolutely.
Fuck Ukraine.
Yeah. So they can get people buses to get out of there. And get them trauma kits. Don't you think like starting peace talks would maybe be a better, No, it's only money.
It's only fucking dead kids and money. That's all war is, right? Like nobody cares about the fucking trauma of it all and the fucking bad fucking mojo. And they just keep feeding it. Just to fucking keep feeding it to make it be more so they can get more out of it. And that's what it always is. It's just that like feudal capitalism thing where they just they can't take anything less than all. It doesn't add up on the fucking flow chart.
So it's just it's getting dumped from all over the place. It's not just it's not just a few places. And so I wanted to show a little bit of like who BlackRock was, because not everybody knows who this investment company is.
No, most people don't even know. Most people, there's multiple companies within companies. That's why, they just hide it, obfuscate the obvious evil and put a shiny face on it. They work for weapons manufacturers for years,
So BlackRock Inc. is the biggest company you've probably never heard of. BlackRock was formed by founder and CEO Larry Fink in 1988 in New York City as a risk management and fixed income institutional asset manager. Jeez, that's a mouthful. Mm-hmm. Now it's the world's largest asset manager with $10 trillion currently in its portfolio. That number is absolutely astonishing to me.
Well, Applejack said that BlackRock are friends to the people and they want to help homelessness.
No, they don't. Okay. So according to MarketWatch, I can't, no, both of you guys, no, I can't do it. According to MarketWatch, there's currently around 40 trillion in circulation around the world, which means BlackRock manages a quarter of the world's money. Now, are you hearing this? A quarter of the world's money. And then that's who's going to go now into Ukraine and use the U.S. Depending on whether you look at it from an MMT perspective or not, it doesn't matter. Ukraine has that much money and it came from here, right? Because I'm not going to get into the financial debate about the MMT.
Yeah, no, I think, they will make short work of whatever fucking billions.
So, yeah, like forget Tesla and Amazon and their, the eccentric space fearing CEOs. BlackRock is comparatively reclusive CEO or the biggest players in the global financial stage. How did BlackRock become the largest asset manager in the world? And what does it mean for the current and future world economy? Immediate monolith. This is serious. Like BlackRock and Vanguard are the two of the oh my God. I feel like I gotta sneeze again.
Oh my God. You should just say, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze again. Commit to it.
It's always a 3. See, I only sneezed twice earlier. So BlackRock and Vanguard are two of the biggest 3 passive fund asset management firms. The third street is owned by the third State Street is owned by BlackRock. Okay. The largest shareholder is Vanguard. It seems to all roads lead to BlackRock. Vanguard is the largest shareholder of BlackRock.
Mhm.
So, like, they're invested in investment companies.
They're invested in investment companies and media companies. They control narrative.
So that's what.
Yes.
Vanguard itself, on the other hand, has a unique structure that makes its ownership more difficult to discern. But maybe the oldest, richest families in the world can be linked to Vanguard funds. So, Vanguard and BlackRock are the top two owners of Time Warner, Comcast, Disney, and News Corp. 4 of the 6 media companies that control over 90% of the U.S. media landscape. Now, like, okay, let's like rewind really quickly. Now, how much was that? So they have a quarter of the circulated like money, and they own 90% of the media landscape. Well, it says more than 90%.
Yeah, that's what do you call that?
That is a monopoly, a monolith. Like, this is like we're in serious trouble.
This is they run the show. They'll tell you what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
That's what they did with the fucking boopy doop boop. They
Yeah.
told everybody what's going on.
Okay, so together, BlackRock and Vanguard own 18% of Fox. That's a large percentage when you talk about big companies like this. 16% of CBS, 13% of Comcast, which owns NBC, MSNBC, which is also Microsoft, CNBC, and Sky Media Group. 12% of CNN and 12% of Disney, who owns a number of subsidiaries. So, like, this is alarming. This is like it is like this is bigger than Amazon, because I don't hear people talk about BlackRock very often, and that's why I felt like it was important to cover this. Media behemoths that may present themselves as rivals are in reality owned by the same company. The editorial authority of BlackRock in the companies and has stake is debatable. But the point is, it can direct narratives globally and influence geopolitics in the grandest of scales. These guys have a lot of control in.
Oh, geez. Really?
So, and they have their what? They have their it's like an octopus. They have their freaking tentacles on everything.
I was going to push back a little and be like, no, it's just the free market. It's just how it is. It's not a monopoly. I mean, come on. Bro.
Yeah, this is the free market working itself. Right?
Yes.
I mean, isn't that what this is? An investment company? Like, this is a free market.
Sure, it is. Of course,
I mean, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just breaking this down as far as I see it and why I see it this way.
Charles Schwab and Carl Schwab, all of them guys. I don't know.
So it says BlackRock's magic genie. Well, BlackRock and Vanguard shaped the media landscape of the world. BlackRock's secret weapon, an advanced training algorithm called Aladdin, has been shaping global markets for decades. So when we're talking about how, we are controlled by corporations, and the corporations are merged with our government. What is that called?
It's starts with a F. Shit.
I hear it thrown around a lot.
People say it sometimes.
Yeah, I think they're talking about fascism.
Yeah, well, don't be all literal. Jeez, that's a little on the nose, don't you think? It's just a free market. Free. That's what it is. Starts with an F.
Yeah. The extensive technology program, which some estimates operate more than 21.6 trillion in assets, was created by Fink and several colleagues in 1988. Aladdin is an acronym for the asset, liability, debt, and derivative investment network. a program that executes the average of 250,000 trades per day. Aladdin executes trades and asset class across every industry and directs the actions of the Federal Reserve and almost every major U.S. bank. It controls over half of ETFs, 17% of the bond market, and 10% of the stock market.
Mm-hmm. And as Little pointed out, if you look at Blackstone, they're also like another major player, just like these guys. Like,
oh yeah, there is a bunch of them.
Competitors. There are like competitors,
but they all have money within each other's investment. It's
crazy. And they have like crazy amounts of money, like that they're in control of. Like just these guys that you're talking about have access to $10 trillion, or that's just
a quarter of the money, like around floating, like
yeah. So there's only like a couple of those companies that, because all the money is spoken for. That's crazy.
I mean, they have more money than governments.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to this, it collects data points on every market, every company, every asset, and uses machine learning to calculate which trades to make in less time than it makes for your brain to set an electrical signal through the nervous system to your fingers. And that quickly, this algorithm is doing that. Mm-hmm. The network makes up Aladdin is approximately 5,000 supercomputers and now acts as a central nervous system for the world's most sophisticated investors and asset managers. Imagine if that, not giving any ideas, like imagine if something happened to that, like where that is.
I'm sure they have to maintain that at all costs. That's how, like, when people are doing day trading and stuff, that's how it occurs, just like through those fucking machines.
I know, but can you imagine if something happened where the machine is? And I don't know where it's located, and I'm not trying to tell anybody to do anything. But can you imagine if something did happen, like what if the earth just like opened up and like that was just like gone, like a natural disaster? Can you imagine though if that whole system just went down?
Yeah, that would be rad.
Every major bank and fund has come to rely on Aladdin and its powerful AI to beat the market, which raises several fundamental questions about the nature of our fragile financial system. Yeah, exactly. If Aladdin's network were to be hacked, it could be a swift and catastrophic impact on the global economy. Yeah. The more existential problem is the monopoly this algorithm has created. BlackRock essentially rents out its proprietary golden goose, the world's highest bidders. So they're manipulating everybody and everything. You want to know who's playing God?
Yeah.
Look no further than BlackRock.
Blackstone. Keep looking, because
Vanguard.
Blackstone is the military one. Like Little's talking about it in the chat. There's different layers of it. Like they're the ones that serve the military and own. They own the bullets and sell them to their buddies.
Yeah, and so these guys though are going to be in Ukraine helping to rebuild after their buddies are getting all of their, Blackstone is getting what they need.
The fucking Flintstones were behind it all.
Mostly large hedge funds and mega banks. The paradigm leaves smaller investors as major disadvantages and gives companies like BlackRock and Vanguard license to steer the economy as they see fit. So as soon as BlackRock appears as one of your shareholders, your company stands out from the crowd. It gains a huge amount of prestige. Mm-hmm. They think you are Larry Fink and you can talk as equals with the director of the IMF or head of the state.
You little Fink.
Mr. Fink has already been received twice.
My grandfather used to call us kids little Finks.
Oh my God.
He did.
Oh, Macron. Oh,
Macron.
God, he's already been
He would
received
say,
from
"You little
Macron.
finks, get out of here."
So, I mean, I think this is alarming.
Ding, ding, ding.
They have their hands on everything. The global financial crisis hit. Aladdin was called upon in every major bank, as well as the head of the Federal Reserve and U.S. Treasury. Well, how come there's not an algorithm like this that is to solve the world's issues? You know?
Yes. I think Applejack is reading from the QAnon handbook or something.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
sure exactly what it is. He seems to be covering all the right side of the conversation. He thinks, because listen, he says, Ukraine is fighting for their freedom from this illegal war Putler has started without provocation.
Okay. I gotta get to this article.
Okay.
So the U.S. government called on Aladdin to figure out which assets to keep and what to let go of, and Bear Stearns costs. A New York global investment bank, securities trading, and brokerage firm that failed in 2008. That was subsequently sold to J.P. Morgan Chase. I mean, the U.S. government is calling on this AI, this company, to use their AI to do this. The success Aladdin had in almost single-handedly stopping the world from experiencing almost single-handedly stopping the world from experiencing a complete financial collapse earns its prestigious place among the world's governing bodies. It was given free reign to decide. So it's an AI. It was given free reign to decide what to do with $2 trillion that was printed in the wake of the Great Recession. The majority of it was allocated to bonds and funding to prop up the mortgage companies and banks, assets in which BlackRock was already heavily invested. So why would they have their AI decide to help them more?
Oh, well, it would just worked out that way. That's all. Just worked out.
I mean, really?
I mean, it did almost single-handedly save the universe.
It almost
sort of.
It almost helped. It's they said
my uncle lost his house and everything, but he almost didn't.
But thanks, Aladdin. Thanks, Aladdin AI. In 2017, Flink launched a new project at BlackRock called Monarch, which replaced many of the firm's fund managers with algorithms. See, so don't worry. You won't have to have fund managers. You're going to have an algorithm now. Now, over 70% of U.S. stock market trades are executed by robots, according to Investopedia. The influence of BlackRock and its powerful algorithm cannot be overstated. As of 2021, at least 3 executives from BlackRock operate notable positions in President Joe Biden's cabinet. Biden appointed BlackRock executives: Brian Odysee, head of the National Economic Council, and these other guys, one to the top of the Treasury. Well, AI programs become more sophisticated, possibly to the point of becoming sentient. Aladdin has been quietly shaping the world's economy, making the largest asset managers even bigger and bailing out entire governments. The era of AI isn't coming. It's been here for decades, and now it is so integrated into our financial systems, the world could collapse without it.
Well, that's pleasant.
Yeah, I'm going to put the link for this into the chat if you guys would like it. Now I can put it in the YouTube chat, and we can put it in the show notes after. if anyone else is, you want to look into that further. But that was just like completely alarming to me. I was like, what is happening here? This is not okay. I'll kind of put it up here and hit the screen too, in case somebody wants to grab it. A screenshot.
They are dictators, Jilly.
It's insane to me. This is, so that's what's going on with BlackRock. And I'm going to show you who Larry Fink is.
Yeah, that's super fucking sketch, man. Little says, soon AI with a robot body and firearm will be allowed to fucking shoot you in San Francisco. I won't be visiting the Bay Area anymore, he said.
Wow. And here's Larry Fink. This is what an evil motherfucker looks like.
Lawrence, you little dictating fucking puke. Yeah.
And this is from the BlackRock's website. I just wanted to give a face to the fucking BlackRock motherfucker that is doing that.
Yeah, so that's super sketch that, that dude of all people is the one in fucking Ukraine playing with their fucking money. Nothing nefarious there, and they're planning a trip to Davos, So yeah, no, it's fine. It's just fine.
They're just going to Davos. They're just
gonna party, They're look at dude, man.
He's just gonna be at the WEF.
He just wants to go get a nice call girl and chill, with his boy. Maybe do some rails. What happens in Kiev stays in Kiev, baby. But they're going to Davos, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Same rules there, I'm pretty sure. Ask Klaus.
And, just so that you guys know, of course, they are connected to the other.
Yeah, is there any update on Mr. fucking suck my Ferrari?
So the World Economic, yeah, we're going to get into
it
after we're doing this segment. This is like, just to let you know, of course, BlackRock is part of the World Economic Forum. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, don't be don't be surprised. Is this the right one here? I don't know if this is the one I needed. No, not that one. So why would we be calling it, the United States of Ukraine? I have one more thing, and then I'm going to show you guys why we would be calling it that. So Zelensky did a end of the year address to his people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull this up real quick, and I don't need to probably play him because
he's like, we rocked it this year, you guys.
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, he's all about it.
Top of the world, baby. Going to Davos.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Is it this one? Yes. Is it showing up? All right. There we go. And I don't need to play that because it's not in English. There are subtitles on the bottom, so I can play it without sound. So Ukraine became one of the global leaders. He's very proud now. He's addressing, his country.
Yeah.
Our national colors are the national symbol of courage and invincibility of the whole world.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
In any country, on any continent, when they see blue and yellow, they know that it is about freedom.
They knew.
So he thinks that he has just, he is on top of the world right now.
He hit a touchdown.
That's what he thinks.
He shot a home run. Something.
It's crazy to me because he's an actor who sold out his entire country, and he's getting rewarded for it. And to top it off, this is what's happening right now. This is from a Ukrainian government official. Steve?
I can't see it.
I'm showing him the beautiful flag.
Oh God, it's glorious, isn't it? Don't adjust your TV set. That's not your color on your Sylvania or your
whatever brand. Yeah, this is. I mean, is this what's happening?
That's what's happening, among other things. See, and that's what I mean.
I love the blue and yellow because, I'm Swedish and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the Scandinavian colors.
Oh, that's so nice.
But no.
Flags don't matter anymore, apparently. They got a note or something to do that. I thought that was like sacrilegious or something, or anti-nationalist, or some kind of domestic terrorism, or I guess it would be actual terrorism because it would be, I don't know. Sergey, what the fuck you saying, man? I mean, go, you got your own flag, bro. They're like, no.
Oh no, I didn't.
We are United States of Ukraine.
Let me grab that, Applejack.
Oh, I like the idea that somebody in the official Ukraine government thought that was a good idea. Thought that was like that really, picture says 1,000 words, right? It's just, that's a fucking, what a beautiful, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. I think since they brought some kind of weird Nazi memorabilia into the Congress, which isn't anything strange, really. I'm sure that's happened lots of times. With Zelensky, so maybe that's just the thing. It's just to normalize the idea, And I have a theory on that. Like the entire Ukrainian country would become kind of like, be like Florida, right? You know what I mean? And Russia would be like Cuba, because it'd be right next to it, and communist. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how the borders work anymore. We don't need borders, do we? We don't need no stinking borders, yo.
So Applejack reminded me, before we close up this part of the segment, that I should add this. So Applejack figured this out and called her out for lying. She took this little boy's face. How do you say?
How do you say what?
I don't know how to say her last name.
Vasilenko.
So she said there was a massive attack on Ukraine now. Explosions heard in central Kiev. The worst is not knowing what it is and where, and not being able to look out the window. And then, so she used this picture of this little boy. It's actually from a book. And Applejack found it, screenshotted it, and called her out on it. And she's trying to use this, and it's ridiculous. These people are ridiculous. Propagandists.
Wow. Well, they learned from the best.
Yeah, she posted a fake tweet pretending it was a kid. Ukrainians surviving the Russian artillery strike.
Yep.
It's just straight up propaganda. Like, it's just insane. But this is what people do. Yeah. And this, and even when they get caught.
And good eye there, Applejack. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to like it for you.
Well done, sir.
Because Steve didn't do that yet. Very well done. Very well done. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure that we include that.
Yeah, we are doing all right. Hope you're all right out there. Gore and all you fucking beautiful people. The Drizzle Stank. The Applejacks. Miss Jelly Love.
So our next
Colby.
our next